Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back. So I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout. You fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, Habibis. It's the Friday night Liverpool show. Hopefully it's a lot more positive than the miserable one we had last night. You get me? Because that was a miserable one. They broke Fozzie, man. Even Fozzie was broken. Even Fozzie was broken at the end, bro. That's how bad that was right there. So you get me. The ever optimistic Fozzie was broken. So that in itself is a worrying sign. But regardless, hit the like button, please. Subscribe to.
Blame Jerry James for that one.
Yep. That's Jerry James' fault right there. So please do hit the like button, subscribe, keep getting stuck in the chat, keep getting involved. We are out here, Habibis, and yeah, let's do this. Big up to another debutant on the channel as well, man. Like Barnes is in the building. How are you doing, Barnes? You good, brother?
Yeah, man. I'm good. Bless. You?
Big up. I'm great. Thank you for asking. Big up, man. Ram is on his way. Redline, don't worry. He has not bottled anything. Big up to my guy, Akia, who starts us off with a super chat who says, like, share, subscribe, and pray. Big up Husam and big up the whole panel. Hey, big up to you, man. Listen, we will pray for Liverpool because our club needs prayer at this moment in time. So that's not even anything fraudulent, you get me? But regardless, thank you for the super. Thank you. And big up everyone locked in. Like I said, please hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to check out our sponsors, OK Jersey, and use code Husam for 8% off. You get me? So 8% off on your next purchase. Just use code Husam and you will get that 8% discount. So guys, I'm feeling a bit democratic. Chat, I want one-word answers. What do you want us to start with? Forest or Semenyo? Let the chat decide. Let's do a bit of democracy. I don't want life stories, chat. I just want one-word answers. Let's go. Give me one-word answers right now in the chat. It's up to you. We can start with the Semenyo stuff, or we could start with the game tomorrow. So, yeah. I said bring that Ghanaian into my club. Hey, someone's made his vote loud and clear. You get me? So, yeah, fair. Okay, so most people saying Semenyo. Someone says Gehi, which is basically the transfer window. So let's just start with transfers anyway. Jamie, I'm gonna start over with you, and then we open the floor up. Talk to me about the Semenyo / transfer window.
Yeah, look, I wanted Semenyo in the summer. He was the person I wanted to replace Luis Diaz with. I like the guy. I think he's an extremely talented footballer. Yeah, he's good on one-on-ones. He presses like a machine. You know, we ain't really got him pressing forwards either. He works back extremely well in defensive thirds as well. He's a beast, man. He's an absolute beast of a footballer who can play left and right. You don't really know what his strong foot is. You know, he can play, comfortably right wing. I think he's actually played more games right wing than left wing. You know, he's an extremely well-balanced footballer. And, yeah, he's someone, as I said, someone I wanted in the summer. I'm looking forward to this transfer. I think it's done. I think Liverpool stole a march on a lot of teams getting him. You know, someone made a joke about Tottenham trying to get him. That made me laugh. You know, Arsenal, I think if Arsenal didn't have as much squad depth as they did, they probably would have been the favourites to get him. But having the squad depth they got, it would, Semenyo, where's he going to play there with all the players they got there right now? So I think that's why Liverpool get a march on him. He's got no AFCON. Obviously, Ghana didn't qualify, which I think is a plus. You know, with Salah going away for AFCON as well, you can fit him right there comfortably, kicking the season. Not like incoming in January, he hasn't got to get used to anything. You know, he knows the Premier League inside out. He'll have Kirkes there, obviously, who he can just bond with straight away. Yeah, I think it's a great bit of business. listening to Slot's comments today, I don't think we're buying a defender. He's all about that attack, man. He's all about that attack. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. You know, rumours are FSG are very willing to spend more money this January. You know,
Yay.
I don't know what's happened there. I have no idea, but keep bringing it on, man. Bring it on. We've got very good fixtures coming up from Saturday onwards, which I'll talk about later as well. You know, no hiding now, no international break. Get this player in. I think with Semenyo, why I like him on a real positive note is because when you look at our forwards right now, they're not real pressers of the ball. You know, Gakpo does work back well, but he hasn't got a physical presence of someone who's so tall. Salah, you know, he's 33 now. That's not really what you want Salah to do. It's not his game. Ekatike and Isaac Camp a little bit further up in the middle of the pitch. But yeah, Semenyo gives you that. It gives you that beautiful balance where he works back really well. He defends very well. He backs up his fullback. He wins the ball back a lot in deeper areas. He's able to run with it. He's a good ball runner. He's a good presser higher up the pitch as well. And I think it gives us an outlet that we haven't got in our team right now. And also he goes out to win as well. He's not always cutting in. You know, he goes out as well. So I think this will be very good business, clever business from Liverpool. And look, I think they're going to get it done. All the talk at the moment is they've had positive talks and a breakdown on how they can pay the transfer off as well. So, yeah.
You know, Jamie, me and you we were both on the same Civil War stream together. There is a reason why I said that I don't listen to Slot's press conference. This guy is the ultimate waffler. He's elite at waffling. If you do you genuinely believe, and does anyone legitimately believe?
I do, yeah.
That
I don't.
We actually think that we're not going to
no, I think we do get defenders. I do think we get Mark Gay.
There you go.
I do believe it. I do believe him, though, when he says about defending and attacking and what his preference is. I do believe that. I do believe I do believe his preference.
Defending.
I do believe his preference is the attacking play over the defensive play.
We can tell by watching.
Yeah, so I do believe him when he says that. When he has questions about the defending, he's like he believes. I honestly do believe it when he said it today. I think there's other areas in our team I think is more important at this moment in time that we need. And I think he's been truthful there. I think that's what he does believe. We're maybe not buying a go like a centre back and talking about Endo and Gravenberch in these situations. He's look, Mark Gay probably will come because I think the club want it anyway more than him. If that's the case anyway, I think they want him anyway. So yeah, he'll come in. But yeah, Semenyo I think definitely happens.
The only thing on the Semenyo one is
not your first time here. Speak up.
The only thing on the Semenyo one for me is I don't think he's had enough good seasons. Like I think he's probably had one decent season, which was last season, and this season he's going well. Like if that's enough to spend 65 million on and your Mo Salah replacement allegedly, like is it? Or is Elise the guy you probably want to throw another 20 million on top of and try and squeeze that one out of Bayern Munich? Look, for me, I mean, is he going to play right back? You know what I mean? Because we haven't got one of them now. So it's
my pushback on that is Sadio Mane, when he first came to Liverpool, he only had, I'd say, 1.5 good seasons. I won't count the first part when he first joined England because I still think he was still getting used to the league. But once he got used to the league, it was just the rest was history. Like Southampton, he had an amazing season the season before, broke the record for the quickest hat trick. You could arguably say the same thing for him. Like he people saying he was good at Salzburg, but playing at Salzburg and playing in the Premier League is two very different things. You could arguably say Semenyo played for Bristol City. In the Championship, and we know how good players in the Championship become to be in the Premier League. Look at Ruben Neves. Look at Diogo Jota. Rest in peace.
Yeah, but not at Liverpool, mate. Not Liverpool.
We signed Diogo Jota, who played in the Championship for Wolves.
Yeah, well, Wolves were in the Premier League when we signed him for like 2 years,
and he proved it in the Premier League. And it's the same thing with Semenyo. Semenyo has proved
all I'm saying is, like, I don't think we need an attacker. I think we need a defender. I'm quite possibly a right back, if I'm completely honest.
I think we need both. I think we need both.
Like I'm starting to think we probably need a left back, centre back, and a right back. Maybe even a defensive midfielder right now. But you hit the nail on the head, Jamie, by him saying he's not interested in defenders. He's interested in other areas. Well, there's a reason why we conceded 36 goals in 22 games. Because we don't do any defenders.
I think my main...
What are we going to do? We're just going to try and outscore. Like, we can't even get our strikers to play well under Arnie Slot. We can't even get our number 9s to play well under Arnie Slot. Like, they didn't last season, and they haven't done this season. Like, the guy we spent 125 million on hasn't scored a Premier League goal yet. Like, and we're talking about flexing another 65 million on a guy from Bournemouth, when the guy we got from Bournemouth has been ass so far this season. Whether we blame him or not is irrelevant, but he's not been good. So I don't know. I'm not trusting buying players from Bournemouth right now.
To be fair, K-Mac, though, honestly, Kirkes hasn't been played.
No, I get that.
Realistically, how he's
fan,
comfortable.
But,
you know what I mean?
But he still hasn't played well this season.
He hasn't played well. I agree with you 100%. But
100%,
he still hasn't played him to his strengths because he's an overlapping player who bombs up and down the wings. But he hasn't been doing that. He's been inverting. So you've taken away his strength. And then Gakpo don't play him the damn ball when he does overlap. So it's hurting him. You got a double whammy in that situation, right?
So,
I think Semenyo coming in, Gakpo is going to find himself an odd man out, in my opinion, to be honest. Because Semenyo is better on the left. And we need it on the left because Jamie hit the nail on the head. We have zero pressers anymore. There's none. Our 3 best pressers are no longer on the club. Juan Pass, rest in peace of Jota. Diaz is in Bayern, and Darwin's in Saudi Arabia. So outside of them, we have no pressers now. So the press don't work. And came out, you're absolutely right. We don't play defense. This is Brendan Rodgers Saturdays all over again. When we try to outscore every single team. You remember that season, right? We try to outbeat teams. And
we need to talk more then.
Right? It's crazy. But hey, I agree. We need defenders and right back. You know, we see in Sabazalai tomorrow, but to me, I think Ramsey should be given a shot, in my opinion.
but let me, without sounding like a top red, give me logical reasons why Ramsey should start at right back in a Premier League game. Convince me.
Probably because he was our best player against Crystal Palace.
He was.
Yeah, but that was a horrendous game.
He was literally holding our defense
It's
together.
the best of the bad bunch, though, you could argue.
And Crystal Palace rested like 9
I
players.
feel-
did they not?
I feel if you're going to
Like
play
80% of
Ramsey,
their first team, to be fair, mate.
yeah,
Like,
if you're going to play
I
Ramsey,
agree with Barnes. I want to make it clear. I agree with Barnes that we're going to see Szoboszlai. I'm simply saying...
no,
I
he
don't
won't
have a
play right
problem
back.
with
Szoboszlai
Szoboszlai.
ain't playing right back.
Yeah, but I have no problem with it, though.
I do. I'm not taking my best midfielder out of midfield. It's ridiculous. I'm sick of it.
I agree with you, Jamie.
Look,
But Jamie, before you agree, keep in mind that Wirtz is also out. That's the thing.
That's all right. Curtis Jones is in midfield as well. I don't need anyone at right back apart from a right back. You know, you remember when we lost all our defenders and FSG didn't buy us a centre back, yeah? And Klopp went of our 2 best midfielders as our 2 best centre backs, yeah?
Yep.
Then eventually he decided to play 2 very terrible centre backs as our centre backs, but put our best midfielders back in midfield. Guess what? We won 9 out of 10 games.
Easy on that, Phillips. Easy on that.
No, but you know what I mean. We won 9 out of 10 games because we had our best players back in their position.
We've still got
And
Reece
even though-
Williams, by the way.
And even though they're not good centre
That is
backs,
true.
even though they weren't quality centre backs, they were still centre backs because they knew the position. I would see with me, I would get Ramsey in. I think Ramsey might be okay for this game because I think Liverpool go have 80% of the ball.
I agree.
Is Gomez?
Forest, I wouldn't play Gomez because we ain't got any other centre backs.
We
So
don't
you
have no
can't.
centre backs.
So you can't.
Yeah,
This is
so
what I'm
Ramsey-
saying.
Gomez as a
Ramsey-
centre back
play him.
and drop
Ramsey-
Canate, but
Ramsey
not picking
is
the team.
a right back, and he's a decent right back. He's not quality or anything like that. But Liverpool have 80% of the ball. You know, there's no other game I can feel like is perfect to bring Ramsey into. He's going to be at home as well. The home crowd and everything will be with him. You know, players have sometimes just got to play in their natural positions to get the best out of them. I do not want to see Szoboszlai at right back. I really do. It takes away from our midfield.
What I like about Ramsey as well, he's a battler, and that could work against Forest because it's a Sean Dyche team.
And you know Sean Dyche is gonna
You don't need to be tiki-taka against Sean Dyche.
Yeah, Ramsey wasn't even in training, so he's not gonna play. He wasn't.
But this Bayesian just said it right there. Sean Dyche is going to play on a low block, and I know people are saying Szoboszlai is not going to. I don't want to see Szoboszlai at right back. Why don't we, if we are going to play him as a right back, but add him as an extra midfielder? Because the only time he actually played well as a quote unquote right back. Our example Arsenal game was when he started being in the midfield. So, quote unquote, he can start as a right back, but his role as a right back would be completely different to what your standard right back would be. So that's why I'm like, we have no other options. Like, we have to play Szoboszlai in the right back.
But we don't really have any midfield, Ram. Like, if you play Szoboszlai as your right back, then you
have to play Curtis Jones.
We haven't got Wirtz, so you're literally using Gravenberch, Jones,
McAllister,
and who else? Endo,
McAllister.
McAllister, and then all you
don't think Chiesa will play behind the striker?
Chiesa can't.
Chiesa's not starting, Ram. Come on, let's on the bench.
Here we go. The Ram bullshit part. Here we go.
What do you mean the Ram bullshit?
Ram bullshit.
I'm giving you options. I am giving you literally
agree with that option if our manager liked.
Ram, you're talking about slot. He's not starting Chiesa. Let's just be honest.
This guy's supposed to be objective, by the way.
I look at our midfield, and K-Mac's right. If you go and play Szoboszlai at right back, that means Curtis Jones will probably have to play midfield, yeah. And 100%. I like Curtis Jones in midfield.
I want Curtis Jones to play midfield.
Then we got limited options in midfield. So I'd rather play a right back at right
anyway,
back.
we got sidetracked. Let me ask you guys just quickly about the transfer because I do want to
move
this
by the way. Sorry.
I do want to 1 second. I do want to move this on to talk about the Forest game because obviously that's like, whoo, you get me. Like we've got to start winning some games. Big up to JW brings up an interesting point, which is something I wanted to ask all of you guys as well. The same exact question is the question I wanted to ask you guys. Big up to you. He says, why is LFC trying to buy their way? Out of a setup problem. It's not personnel. It's the 4-0-0. Someone's watching Mike Das 6 formation. A prime Messi or Maldini couldn't fix this. I'll be honest with you guys. Right?
Where did he get 4 from?
The way
3.
That's the Mike Das special idea. I'll be honest with you guys. I think if we get Neymar in his prime, it still wouldn't look any better with the system and the squad. I'm gonna just be honest. I agree. Like that's my consistent. Like I'm a slot inner, right? I'm not slot out, but I recognize that I legitimately believe I cannot criticize a single player just because the system is so ass. Like unless someone makes such an obvious blunder, it's like 100% his fault type shit. I really can't like be criticizing players because I just think the system is so bad right now to the level where no one looks good. You can go to the most criticized players in our team. I'm gonna give you an example. Ibrahim Konate has been taking a lot of criticism from the fan base. When we've set up well, he's looked good as well. Like this is one of the guys that week in, week out, Konate this, Konate that. This is why we wanted Gay. Blah 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 blah. We look good against Aston Villa as a system, as a structure. Oh, shock horror, Konate looks good again. We look good against Real Madrid. Oh, shock horror, Konate looks good again. Like that's my thing. That's why I agree completely with JW sentiment. I want to make something clear. If we buy Semenyo and Mark Gahey and Adam Wharton on January 1st, if we do not improve the way that we play football, it would mean fuck all. The only difference that a Semenyo might make is something that Barnes spoke about and K-Mac, which is the pressing element, and Jamie, the pressing element. And maybe Semenyo is the type of player because he's feeling good about himself now and he's in good form and he's probably on form. He's probably the best winger in the whole league, right? Basically, he's the guy that can do something even when the system is not working. So he's the type of guy that can get the ball on the left wing, dribble past 3 players and put it top bins type shit.
Diaz last year.
That's the thing. Yeah, like Diaz. Like remember Diaz versus Napoli away from home? You guys remember Diaz versus Palace at home? That's basically what we're looking at. But even let's use that as an example.
A Hail Mary. A Hail Mary. That's what we're looking at.
Exactly. I'm so glad Jamie brought that up. The only time that everything was fixed was a year later when Klopp fixed the whole system. Until the system was fixed, shit was the same. even that whole season. You remember that meme year where we finished 5th after the quad season?
Yeah.
Until everything changed the year after, it just shit was just completely horrendous. So for me, I'll reiterate, I take Semenyo, and big up to Dean as well, who brought up something yesterday, very important. His logic to buying Semenyo now in January is basically he believes if we wait until the summer, Semenyo will go to Arsenal. So he's basically saying, let's capitalize on the target now. That part I completely agree with. I want us to sign Semenyo. But my logic now, 22nd November or 21st, dependent where you are on the planet. If by 22nd December, within this next month, Liverpool don't show a consistent structural change, one, Slot will probably be gone because the results will be ass. And two, signing a Semenyo does not change anything. That's my logic.
I don't want to be a doomsday here, but there are rumours that Arsenal's director of football was caught meeting Yilmaz from Juventus. That's the rumours going around. So maybe they're
Yildiz
Semenyo, but they're going to get a hell of a player if they're going to go after him from Juventus. Sorry, Ram.
I'll be honest with you, Yildiz is overrated.
I know you like him.
He's overrated.
Yildiz is okay.
He's overrated. He's a good talent, but we don't know if this is the level that he's going to be of. So Arsenal going to.
I don't think he's level.
Looks like a baller.
He's good in Italy. He's good in Italy because, obviously, I watch a lot of Italian football, and Italian football is the slowest form of football in the world. And like, I think there's been 12 or 11 0-0 draws in Italy this season, which is like,
unless you're Inter.
You know what, mate? Yeah. I wouldn't mind some of them for us.
Yeah, like and look, and the top goal scorer in Italy is a DM.
There's no way that's true. Who?
Yeah, Hakan, I believe, is the top goal scorer.
It's true. It's true.
We need to put the fries in the bag with that league right there.
So Yildiz is an extremely talented footballer. I think everyone agrees with that. His talent looks better in Italy. But
I don't. I legitimately think he's overrated.
I think he needs a few years to mature a little bit, and I think he'll become a player. He's still young.
You want to know the problem with Yildiz? Let me tell you the problem with Yildiz. You switch on the Champions League, you see he scores like one banger every 7 games, and they keep replaying that motherfucking banger, and everyone's like, "Oh, Yildiz, bro, he ain't that good, man."
Husam has a point because there was another player back in the day that used to be like that, and he used to play for Roma. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, Zaniolo. Yeah. Zaniolo looked like a baller, looked like the next coming of Totti when he was playing in the Champions League. But
doesn't he play in Turkey now?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You never know.
At this moment in time, signing Semenyo is way better than signing Yildiz.
Agreed.
With Semenyo though, Husam, haven't we again just to add my thoughts on it? Like my reservation with him is we've kind of been here before with a player that is available, quote unquote available, but we're not necessarily their first choice. And then we get hyped up. We want the player. We're like, yeah, we're going to get him. Fabrizio and Ornstein links our name with this player. And then in the end, when that team that player wants comes in, then now we look stupid. We look crazy. And for a player that, again, I think he's a good player. I don't think he's like an elite winger. I think he has room to grow. He's having a good season this season. I've seen a lot of people liken him to Mane before he came to Liverpool, but I think people need to go back and look at what Mane was producing before he came to Liverpool. Yeah. Semenyo's definitely not that. He's a step below Mane, respectfully, but he's a good player. I think he's a good presser. His link-up play isn't the greatest, so I have concerns about how he'll fit.
Whoa, what? His link-up play ain't the greatest. Have you watched him?
Hold on. Do we have a link-up player, though?
Disagree.
That's the question.
Do we have Evan Nielsen.
We can't even make 2 passes
link-up plays not
to each other.
Who's in midfield to link to?
His link-up play is not.
His link-up play with Evan Nielsen is quite decent.
His link-up play is very, very good.
Well, Evan Nielsen and him link up very well together, and him and True Faith have a very good partnership together.
Okay. I got to ask an honest question.
A lot of his link up is in transition. Like when Bournemouth doesn't have the ball the way we have the ball.
Disagree.
His link up play is not that great. Please
All
go,
right.
go watch
Him
him.
and Alex
Go
Scott
watch
as
him.
well. I forgot about Alex Scott. Yeah, him and him.
I can answer the question.
I don't watch Bournemouth, but I watch like African football when he plays for Ghana and.
Well, that might be different for Ghana, but for Bournemouth,
it's the player. It's the attribute. Right?
when you watch Semenyo, he picks up the ball in a lot of deep areas and sometimes in his half, and he links up with a lot of his midfielders to make his runs.
Yeah,
that's what he does. That's what he's very strong at, and we haven't got a winger like that. Because I like Gakpo. Gakpo is a good player, but for someone who's 6'3", he's got no body strength whatsoever.
Agreed.
Yeah, and Semenyo is extremely powerful, extremely strong.
His Semenyo, the one.
By the way, you can do link up if you play in transition as well. By the way,
that's my point.
No, but even without transition,
they don't.
They don't. For
play
me, the Fulham game where Bournemouth played,
you're not going to see what his link up play looks like in a system similar to ours, unless you're seeing him play in a team that dominates the ball.
But this is my
ball in most of their games, and his link up play is average. Like it's
my pushback with that is the Fulham game is where I was like, damn, you actually have a lot to your game than I thought you did, because Fulham were playing a low block against Bournemouth the majority of the game until they had their certain spells where they started to play football. I was like, damn, you actually can play football against a low block. You can take your players 1v1. Mm-hmm. I think when it comes to the Mane comparison, I don't like the Mane comparison.
No, Mane's at a different level.
The one thing people need to realize about him and Mane's physicality and also his takeoff speed was stupid. Like the ability to run with the ball, his acceleration was crazy. If I was going to compare physicality in terms of speed, it's very similar to Gakpo. His takeoff speed is not that great, but he can shift. He's very, very good.
The only similarity between Semenyo and Mane is that they're from West Africa. That's it. So it's
both, I will say they are both because Mane. Not a lot of people ever talk about
both two-footed.
I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole because I don't even think
physical.
they're remotely similar. Not even a little.
No, the only thing they got similar. They're both very comfortable on the left and right wing.
Yeah,
both
that's
very comfortable left and right wing.
Yeah,
and they are both quite physical. I mean, Mane, people used to forget, Mane's a dirty bastard. He used to elbow people and smash people.
I'd love that at Liverpool now, mate.
And he elbowed Kieran Tierney, I swear.
I think it was Ben White. He did it.
Mane had an edge on it. Semenyo had an edge on that now. But I can answer on this question. Do we have a left winger that's better than Semenyo on our team right now?
No.
Yeah. I don't think we do, but my point is, if we're getting him, the only way I'd be okay with us getting him is if the future plan is to actually bring in an elite winger, like an Olise, for example, where the plan is for Semenyo to replace Gakpo, and then I don't want Semenyo to be the Salah replacement. That's
he's not going to be
concern. Like I don't want him to be the Salah. He's not.
He won't.
So if he's coming in to replace Gakpo eventually, sure, let's do it. I do think better.
You said eventually?
But that doesn't make any sense.
Right now,
giving Gakpo a new contract.
But that's what
I was about to say. We just gave him a new contract. Although there's something
financially it makes sense.
I just want to put something out there in the air. First of all, big up to all of you guys in the chat. 1 day left until the Premier League is back. Fuck the international break. 3 months in a row of Premier League football. Alhamdulillah, thank you God. I'm done with this. I'm done with this international crap. Now, first of all, hit the like button. Let's get to 100 likes. Go subscribe to all the channels. Beige and Reds TV is in the description. The Ram Stand, Liverpool Chats TV. Hold that. You thought I was going to get it wrong. And K-Mac channel are all in the description. Go subscribe to every single one of them. Emeka don't have a channel yet. Let's just establish something real quick. When it comes to the Semenyo signing, you want to know what I've also deduced? We are never going to see the midfield diamond with Isak and Ekitike up top. It's just never going to happen. I think we need to put the fries in the bag immediately with that concept. It's just not going to happen at all. I'm sorry with it. I look at it, I'm like, okay, so Allah goes to AFCON, Semenyo joins Liverpool. Oh, wow. Like, how? So where's the diamond exactly? Like, are we going to play Semenyo fucking left back? No, we're not. So I just think the concept of the 4-1-2-1-2, which is basically Tom's wet dream, is just never going to happen.
Husam, but Ekatike won't stay. Like we have to be ready for that. Like he's not that player that's gonna take a like he's just not gonna stay if we do that. So the plan has to be at some point for both of those, for Ekatike and Isak to be playing at the same time.
Yeah, but then the scenario that you didn't want happens.
Not at his
scenario that you didn't want happens. You said you don't want Semenyo to be the Salah replacement. The only way I see them playing with each other legitimately is if Ekatike is left wing, Isak is up top, and Semenyo is right wing. Legit.
That's what you gotta get this week.
I agree with you. But my point is like, and I think Jamie Carragher's talked about this a lot, where it's like just at that, and I agree with him to an extent, where it's like that level of player, especially at that age, you're not going to get him to agree to come off the bench for extended periods of time. I know we play a lot of games, but that sort of player is going to want to start in the Premier League. He's going to want to start in the Champions League, and that's the same for Isak. So if the plan is not to get both of them in, then there's a shelf life on us having both players. And I think maybe that was the plan, to eventually sell the player, but we can't keep both of them if they're not both playing. That's my opinion.
I think Ekatike outstays Isak if it's out the two.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think Ekatike's got more upside to his game, and he's a lot younger, isn't he? So,
and he's less injury prone. That's a big.
I think also to add on top of what Jamie said, even though Ekatike is the kind of player that's like, if he's at Liverpool, he couldn't give a damn who he's playing up against, who he's competing with a position. He will play, and he would demand to be played. And he will prove why he should be starting more. If it's a case of the manager doesn't want to play him because maybe he prefers Isak, but Isak's not playing well, that's when I feel like, okay, I might as well just leave because you don't fancy me in this team compared to another player. But if he's playing well and Isak is not really showing the same levels as Ekatike is, he'll 100% stay and fight for his place. I mean, that's the whole point. He came to this club knowing that Isak will come. And even the celebration that he did, like, yo, Isak's at Liverpool, people forget I'm still here. I'm still going to be that guy.
Rax, I agree. If you listen to the interview when he came, he said something very similar to what Zobo said when he was interviewed about Wirtz coming. And if you look at how Zobo's played this season, Zobo said, yeah, I'm happy that Wirtz is coming, but the manager is probably going to have to find a way for us to play together. And you see how Zobo has basically made himself undroppable. And Ekatike said the same thing. Like, yeah, I'm ready to compete, but I'm sure me and Isak can play together. So I think when both of them are healthy, like their mindsets, the mindsets of all these players, like they're not going to be coming off the bench. Like he went for almost 90 million for a reason. And as you guys said, his ceiling is probably potentially higher than even Isak's.
Because he's younger, ain't it? It's because he's
younger.
young.
23 years old, like he's not going to accept it. And if we think he's going to accept it, we're being delusional. So I hear you, Husam, about like they're never going to play together, but then we have to accept we're not keeping both of these players. That's my opinion.
I don't think the manager's strong enough and good enough to be able to handle this many players like this, because you're already seeing cracks in the team where he's playing players that have been terrible and should be dropped, but he hasn't got the balls to do it. He's just not doing it this season, and I don't know why. And he's also not playing the players that should be playing. Like I have no idea why Curtis Jones hasn't got a game. We have no idea why Chiesa hasn't played. Like it's beyond all of us why these things aren't happening with Liverpool right now. And as soon as Isak's fit, Ekatike's getting dropped, whether he scores goals or not. Like he scored.
Oh, Isak's number 9.
3 and 3 before he got dropped, and then Isak came straight in and then got injured, and then it's like, oh, I've got to rely on you now, mate. And it's like,
no, he got 3 and 3, but then the time where he got quote unquote dropped was against Southampton. That's where he got the red card.
Well, no, he got played against Southampton. He shouldn't have got played in the Southampton game. Like he was on too much good form. Mind you, we did need him to win it.
He scored.
That's how bad we are.
But
and the Southampton manager's been sacked.
No, but K-Mac, using that logic of how we spoke about Ekatike's mindset is like, I don't care what game it is, whether it's Carabao Cup, Premier League, Champions League, I want to play football every single day of the week. That's the kind of guy that he is. He won't care. He's a bit like Salah. Salah doesn't want to miss any game. Salah wants to play every single game, especially in his pomp. He wants to play every single game that we could possibly play against. And Ekatika's got that same mentality. So,
Not
look,
been
I think
great
the whole
since
bench.
then. He's
He's
not been
not-
great
he's
since
not
then. He
holding
scored
the
one
bench.
goal and ace.
He's not holding bench. That's all I'm
Salah
saying.
could hold bench. I'm sorry.
Don't say
Legend,
that.
but he
Don't
could
say
hold
that on
bench.
this channel. Don't
Oh,
say
I
that.
Yeah,
on
look,
this-
the thing, the thing-
Nah. Legend, but he could hold bench. He's
Yeah,
out of form and playing
should be.
terrible. Why should he be
Should
on
be.
pitch? You got to earn your spot, man. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah,
about the
I
club.
agree.
Club over player for me every single day, all day, every day.
I
Thoughts,
agree.
Husam?
Thoughts on?
You didn't hear what
Oh,
he
he
just
would
said?
I
agree.
thought we were talking
Sam
about
would
Forest
agree.
now.
I think Sam would
About what?
agree at the moment. Yeah.
Sam would agree.
Yeah.
I've had a
Yeah.
conversation with Sam about Salah. He agrees.
About what?
Salah
That's-
holding bench.
Salah-
He should hold
Salah
bench.
should, if he's on
If
bad
players
form,
are poor, they should be
he
benched.
shouldn't be in the pitch.
I love the fact
Don't-
that after 6 losses in 7 games, you still think it'll make a difference.
Don't change the
Probably
tune,
not.
though, Hassan.
No, because I thought this. I legitimately said the same thing. I think before the Chelsea game, me and Jamie were on a stream with each other. I don't know if K-Mac or Emeka were there, but I'm sure Jamie was there, and we both agreed, even as like Salah fans or whatever it is. I said drop the guy, but
Exactly.
I'm now at a stage where I don't think dropping any player makes a difference. Because if we want to talk about players that hold bench, tell me one reason why Van Dijk should start.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Do you know, out of all our attackers, Salah's touched the ball more than any of our attackers this season. And there was everyone. I've been hearing a lot of people say that Salah barely gets the ball like last season. He gets the ball just as much. He's just in bad form.
Yeah.
No forward has touched the ball more than Mo Salah for Liverpool this season.
I think
Ball
people that aren't of the opinion that Salah should be dropped or played less. Because when I say dropped, I don't mean completely dropped out. I just think at his age, he can't. The way we want to play, I don't think he can play 3 games in a week, 90 minutes. I don't think people realize how much. If you thought he wasn't defending last year, he's defending even less this year. Like, it's a big difference. Like, people think Salah's playing the same this year defensively as he was last year. He's not. Go back and look.
Okay, let's say Salah doesn't start against City and Chiesa starts. What difference does it make?
None.
I don't think it makes much of a difference because
Let's say Salah doesn't start against Brentford and Chiesa starts. What difference?
So hold on. Husam, I can come back at you with that comment. So why are you slot in?
Why do you slot out?
Because exactly for what you just said.
Okay, great. So if you're slot out by definition, you shouldn't ask for any player to be dropped, in my opinion. Because if I'm saying logically, I think this is my issue, and I already said this to Emeka a week ago.
He's close.
Debate.
Hey,
And I
he's
said it
close,
to Jerry
mate.
James
Close.
as well. I said it to Jerry James as well 4 days ago when we had the same exact debate. I'm like, okay, so you guys say, which I agree with, that slot structure is the problem. His style is the problem. The way that we set up is the problem. But in the same sentence, you say we have to drop more. How does that make sense?
It's a legitimate question. Yeah, of course. Mo's in bad form, so I think he should be dropped, in my opinion, right? I agree with you that not instilling a change because the manager still is doing the same foolishness that he's doing, regardless of which player on the pitch. So, you know what I mean? But Slot gotta go. I'm sorry, because
okay, but you see, here's my thing.
my
My logic is the following. I have very simple logic for the Mo argument. Very simple logic. Every game that we've had good this season, he's played good in. Like Everton, Atletico, Villa, Madrid. I don't think anyone after Villa or Madrid or Everton or Atletico was like, yeah, drop Mo, man. Like, he's the problem. I'm past looking at any player. I think this is 100% legitimately in Slot's hands. The reason why I'm slotting, and I give you and it's a great question. The reason why I'm slotting is I just think he can turn it around. I think he can turn it around. I do not think that this manager is like a complete dumbass now that has no idea what he's doing. I refuse to believe it. I just find it impossible.
I think
You get me? I haven't said a single negative word about the slot outers or whatever. I think everyone can have their own opinion, and I'm always willing to debate it. I just think Slot can and will turn it around. And I think he's shown me this season, whether it be in halves of football or in full games of football, his managerial capabilities. Now, the reason why I ask you about Mo is the following. even as someone who's slotting, I acknowledge that the biggest issue with this team is the current system and style and structure that we play. So my logic is the equal for every single player. Until we fix the system and the style and the structure and get a run of 4 or 5 games where we actually have a structure to our game, I can then look and go like, okay, drop this guy, drop that guy. They're clearly the issue in this team. Because I give you an example. The structure that we played against Real Madrid, McAllister was in all season looked like Zidane in that. Like the game after, we're asking McAllister to high press, and all of a sudden he looks like shit. So my thing is, I just believe we're asking every single player to do stuff that they're uncomfortable with. And the reason why I bring up
Your mic's cutting out.
Is it me? Yeah, your mic is
your
going
mic's
like
cutting
mad.
out.
my mic is cutting out.
Like you're getting
we
muffled
hear you
and then
now.
you're coming back and then you
Getting
come
muffled and
off.
coming back.
Now is it back?
It's good now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's back now.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So my logic is the following. Look, the reason why I brought up Van Dijk is the following. There's a reason for it. They both signed the contract 6 months ago, 5 months ago, whatever it is. We conceded 3 goals against Manchester City. We conceded 3 goals against Brentford, of which Van Dijk gave away a penalty. I think, objectively speaking, no agenda whatsoever, you could make the claim that in the last 3, 4, 5 games, Van Dijk has probably been even worse than Mo from a defensive perspective, conceding 3 goals, 2 goals, giving away penalties, blah, blah, blah. I haven't asked for Van Dijk to be dropped either. So my logic is consistent. I actually, even the players that are easy pickings, like Connor Bradley, I haven't criticized them. Because I know that we're asking Connor Bradley to do shit that he's uncomfortable with. And for me, the biggest thing that proves my point is watching these guys for their national teams. Connor Bradley for Northern Ireland, overlapping, up, down, looks incredible. Same thing with Karkas for Hungary. Same thing with Soboslai. Same thing with all these players. Not a single one of these players in their national team looks like ass. I did a Germany-Slovakia watch-along. Wirtz is out here creating chances for fun. So you're telling me, basically, essentially, 10 outfield players all look like ass, but I've got to point out one and drop him. And by the way, once again, consistent energy. When we spoke about Semenyo, I'm like, guys, if we sign Semenyo and we still run the system, we ain't going to win. So that's why for me these next 3-4 games are like pivotal. Like we got to win. And speaking of, I do want to move on, talk about the football as well. Very important. Big up to everyone locked in. Unpopular opinion: Chiesa leaves for Olise, not Mo.
At least I ain't believing Bayern Munich, man. No, forget it.
You'd be surprised. He wants to move back to England.
It's going to cost you probably 120 million to buy him, I would say.
Never say never.
No, not if.
Hey, we got the money now, Jamie.
That's why we should have bought Elise when
Not if he throws a fit. If he throws a fit, Bayern will sell him.
Yeah.
The only way we get him is if we get a Saudi bag from Mo. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Erica, are you trying to piss off Husam?
No, I told Husam this before.
No, I don't get pissed off. It's his opinion. He's entitled to be wrong.
No, the one to be wrong.
I've been telling him. I said before Salah signed, this will be his last season. I've always said that. So let's see who's right. We'll see who's right.
Do you know what's the mad thing? Is Mo Salah the only 33-year-old winger in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Probably. There might be one we don't know about, like who plays for Burnley or some shit. I don't know.
And in GA terms, he's still our number one.
You know when Emeka was doing
Can we compare it with the rest of the league?
Emeka was doing the same exact argument last Friday, and I looked at the numbers. He still has the most goals, the most assists, the most chances created, and the most big chances
Jamie,
created.
can we compare that with the rest of the league?
What the fuck is this guy?
The madness.
Yeah, like he's got 8 GA in this season
in 11 games.
GA is so overrated, man. Honestly.
GA is so overrated. You see what Wirtz is getting cooked for every week?
I know.
But anyway, speaking of, I do wanna talk about us on the football pitch. I want to start off with Barnes for this one. Big up to everyone locked in. Make sure guys like, subscribe, go over to all the links are in the description, guys. So please go give every single one of the guys a subscription. Big up to Caster and congratulations to Haiti as well for making the World Cup. Big up to JW and Akia for the super chats. Big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button and subscribe and keep getting involved in the chat. Keep letting me know your opinions. Anyway, Barnes tomorrow. Liverpool return. Nottingham Forest at Anfield. How do you feel about the game, and are you confident? Give me a little preview.
I got no confidence in this game, to be honest. This game got me worried because I know Island Dice low block city, and these tactics, these players can't do 1-2s. They can't pick 5 passes to each other. What do they do? Pass back to the center backs. They pass. First pass to Ibu pass to Verge. It goes to the wing. It comes back to the center backs. They play. He pings the ball to Mo. Mo collects it. Then they pass it back to the winger. It goes back to the what are we doing? You can't blake it. And then the molassing. Husam, you probably didn't hear this word before. The molassing passing. The slow passing. How do you beat a low block? You move the ball from one side of the pitch to the other side of the pitch very quickly. Defenders cannot shift quick enough to keep up with the ball. Gaps will open. You ping the ball in the middle of the park. You're going to open up spaces. You're going to get opportunities. You move the ball slow, the defense is going to shift, and the low block is still going to be there, and you will struggle. It's simple football. But this is all instruction for the manager. So am I confident? No. Did I pick a win? Yeah, 2-0 because we at home and we should beat Forest. But I would not be shocked if it's a draw. I would not be shocked.
I give up on life if we do not beat fucking Nottingham Forest.
I think it's
go
just
back.
I think player
Go back
pride.
to chemical engineering. I don't want to do content anymore, bro.
I think player pride's gonna kick in now, where it's just like, it's I understand tactics and coaches, but to me, like the Villa game and the Madrid game were just player pride. Like the players played like they wanted those games, and I think they're just gonna play like they want it. Plus, we're at Anfield. Like I think where I have my concerns with the team is on the road. Anfield, more or less, we still get the job done. So I still expect us to win. Like I don't want to just be doom and gloom for the sake of it. Like just factually looking at the season, as bad as we've been, we've still tended to win at Anfield. So I expect us to do the same against Nottingham Forest.
Big up to
Really,
Carousel
really
for making the
on it,
World Cup
okay.
too.
Tactics of it, I'm not a tactical. I just expect we have the better players. I'm at home at Anfield. I expect us to win the game.
I've got a really
Cheers.
weird take on it, and I think we'll win, but I think we'll win because of the forced changes. And I've said this before. The only way
What?
Slot is going to get Liverpool to work is if he doesn't have a choice, and the things have to happen because we haven't got the players, or they're banned, or they're injured. And I feel like because Bradley's injured, we're probably going to play somebody in that position that can transition the ball into the middle of the park, where none of the right backs and left backs have been able to do that all season. And that's what only wants to happen. So I feel like if he does have to play Szoboszlai, which I think he probably will, as the right back, or even Curtis Jones, by the way, he's played right back before, then you've got a guy that can actually transition the ball into midfield better than a Bradley. And I think that's going to help us. And also, if you are playing Szoboszlai there, then that means Curtis Jones is going to be on the pitch. And if you don't know about Curtis Jones, then he's the guy that keeps the ball. He's the guy that progresses the ball more than anybody else in the Premier League. He never loses it. He's got like 90% pass completion. He's the only player in our team that can actually pass the ball right now. And if you want to get the ball up to the strikers or the wingers or whoever you're going to play there, you probably want Curtis in your midfield. And if you also watch the previous games where we've actually been decent with the midfield, it's Curtis Jones playing, because what he does is if he sees a fucking big gaping hole behind him, he will go and stand in it because he's got he's still got that mindset of, well, I'm filling that gap because there's no one there. Or if Robbo's running down there, then he'll naturally gravitate to the space to cover, because that's what Curtis does. Because Jurgen Klopp trained him how to do that, because he had to do that to be able to get into a Jurgen Klopp team, if you remember. So I feel like, and Wirtz being missing, I think is going to be different as well, because he's going to have to play Cody or Ekitike. And if he does play Cody, then at least you've got a guy who's going to do some running back, and he's going to do some tracking back. And Cody does get stuck in. He does win a lot of duels. Like, look at his numbers. Like, I know he cuts inside and does the old miss. Like, I know that. But he's also one of our best forwards in the Premier League this season as well. I think he's got 3 goals and 2 assists. And Cody also scores at Anfield all the time. So I'm putting down a 1-0 win. I'm being pessimistic.
That's a show.
And the only reason why is because he's been forced into making a move and having to play players that he probably wouldn't play.
Wait, what move are you saying he's forced into making? Sorry?
He's going to be forced into playing either Curtis Jones or Dominic Szoboszlai as the right back.
And you think
So
that's
he's got a guy that can invert and he's comfortable in midfield, where Bradley's not. Like, Frimpong's not. Frimpong's injured anyway, but
So you're one of the people that said our system needs to change, and you blame Slot, right? But
but I know the system isn't going to change, so that's why I'm being pessimistic.
No.
And I'm
So my
saying,
question is,
because of
my
the forced
question is-
moves, the system might work a bit. Like,
no,
it
my
might
question
work
to
a bit.
you is, if you feel that way, but you just articulated that Bradley can't play the ball into the midfield, that he can't progress the ball. If Bradley were to play or Frimpong were to play and we had the same back line, what system change would enable those players to do something that you just said they can't do?
Well, to be good at inverting into midfield, and they can't.
Yeah. So what tactical change would he make if those same players are playing?
Not have them invert.
Not have them invert, but he doesn't do that.
So then who's going to progress the ball? Who's going to progress the ball?
That's what I mean. It'll be a Curtis Jones or a Szoboszlai on the right.
No, I'm saying when we start Bradley, Konate, Virgil, Kirkes, or Robbo,
Nobody.
so
No one.
So then how could he change the system if the players stay the same? You're blaming Slot, right? You said Slot out, system has to change.
Yeah.
Personnel can't do what you're asking.
Oh, yeah, let me put the slotteners with each other. Here we go.
The personnel can't.
No. What I'm saying is because he's got a midfielder in defence, the ball might get transitioned into midfield better now. That's all I'm saying.
No, my point is you've been like, forget about now that we know Bradley's hurt. When Bradley was available and playing, you wanted Slot to change. You're saying change the system. He's a shit coach. Why isn't he changing the system? Because the ball can't progress from back to front. But you just articulated that Bradley is not capable of doing that. We know Konate. We know Konate's not the best passer, and obviously teams know this now, so they're attacking that right side. Yeah. They're blocking off Virgil. So, what tactical adjustment do you want the coach to make if those are the players he has to choose?
My tactical adjustment, mate, is to play 4-3-3 or the 4-4-2 diamonds. But that's never going to happen. So
changing the formation, how would that enable Bradley now to progress the ball forward?
No, because the tactics I want our two defensive midfielders to actually be defensive midfielders and to stay in midfield. So I want Curtis Jones and Gravenberch as the 2 pivots and to stay as the pivots. But they don't under Slot now. And then you'd be able to use your wide right back or your wide left back as actual progressive left backs and right backs who can bomb up and down, because you'd have your 2 sitters that can cover the zones, and they literally shield the defense, and they block off the passes and they block off the long balls. And if there's any second balls that need to be won because they pump a long ball in, and Konate and Virgil normally win all their headers anyway, you've actually got 2 midfielders that will actually contest for the ball. Right now we don't. Right now we have potentially 1 in Gravenberch, but not really, because Gravenberch has had 20 odd shots this season, scored 3 goals. Like he's more advanced than anybody else in midfield sometimes. So but everyone talks about the 3-0-0 bloody 8.
But who's going to progress the ball? I think that's what
your midfielders should be progressing the ball. Your right back shouldn't be progressive. Everyone's caught up in what Frank used to do.
Gravenberch isn't progressive. Gravenberch isn't a progressive midfielder.
He is, but he's just not as a passer. He's
not a passer. He's a ball carrier. Yeah, he's a ball carrier. He's a bit like Wijnaldum.
Yeah, but as a passer, he's not a progressive midfielder, right? Every team has clocked. Every team's clocked onto Gravenberch. They don't let him turn anymore. They defend him in a way where he can't progress.
Yeah, they box him in.
Dropping a shoulder. So what I'm asking is, and this is where I feel like we're the people that are slot out. I get it because I'm very close to being that way because I think regardless of anything, you can't lose 7 out of 10 games as a Liverpool manager. But everyone comes on and wants to talk tacticals, wants to be tacticals and talk tactics. But nothing you're explaining makes any sense if the players don't change. No change in tactics or formations is going to make Konate or Bradley able to progress the ball up the pitch. Or
you don't need them to. But you don't need them to if you're playing a different formation.
But personnel too as well.
Who's going to do it?
You don't. You don't need to have your right back as the Trent Alexander-Arnold replacement.
So who is going to do it? Who's going to do it?
You change your personnel in midfield though. You don't play McAllister.
Gravenberch can't do it. He's not a progressive passer.
You don't start McAllister. McAllister is not that player either.
Exactly. So
Curtis Jones is better than
Guys, when we see all this, are we accounting for Vert's injury? Because he ain't gonna play.
Yeah, I think it's going to benefit Liverpool.
But the problem is I don't want to see McAllister play.
Jamie?
I'm with you, Ram. I don't want to see McAllister play.
Have we not learned?
He's got no legs. He's not running in concrete boots.
But Beijing, have we not learned from the last couple of years?
Numbers wise,
McAllister, when he comes back from South America, he looks so off it. Have we not learned from the days of Klopp that he just doesn't look good? This is the problem that we have because Verts is injured. We have to play McAllister, and McAllister coming back from international duty is at times a liability, which is
at times. I think he's been a liability most season.
That makes it even worse. Then that makes it even worse.
I think we're going to win comfortably tomorrow, and it's the start of our rebellion. Right?
I really do hope so.
Vamos, come on, Jamie.
Right. I'm going to be positive for him.
I saw a video where he said you're going to be positive. I was about to
positive,
say.
Jamie, positive Jamie.
Hearing Jamie so positive. This
Positive Jamie, man. Positive Jamie, man. Yeah, I'm on the coffee right now.
Don't worry, Jamie. You get your payment later. You get your
You've been on Red Men TV, haven't you? That's why.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's come out. The aura's come
that's
over.
one guy I believe will never be on Redman TV ever.
I was on there today.
He was on there.
You were?
Wait.
I'm sorry. That's a lie. Well, you were actually on Redman TV.
Yeah, with Errol in that. Yeah.
Oh no. You're on Errol's show. You're on Errol's show.
Yeah, on Errol's show. I think McAllister.
There is no way you were on Redman TV. Don't skip it. Don't skip it. You were on Redman TV. I cannot believe this.
Yeah. That's like that's the Mandem side of Redman TV. It's a little bit different.
What's it called? I want to go check it out now. What's it called?
It was Redman TV 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, Redman TV 2, yeah. Arrow's trying to mix it up over there.
Yeah, man.
Diversify it over there.
Oh my God, he was
real,
actually on
He's a
Redman
bit more
TV.
real.
He wasn't lying.
I like
it,
Errol.
Jamie.
You'll have to hook me up as well, Jamie. I've been trying to get hold of Errol.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Oh, go on, Jamie.
I think because the Vert situation is now taken out of Slot's hands, he will go back to how we were when we were actually good last season, with the Curtis Jones, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch sort of midfield, and mix it around like that. I think Gravenberch, look, I think to get the best out of McAllister now in this Liverpool team, you've got to play him further forward. He can't be in the pivot area just because he hasn't got them legs there. You need him to be. So you need a chain. Your midfield needs a chain, yeah? When Gravenberch don't play, we do miss that link. You know, he's that link in the chain. It's broken when he's not there. He's the one who intercepts and picks the ball up mostly off the centre-backs. Even if he's not a great passer of the ball, he's a good ball carrier. Like, his ball carrying is as good as someone who can progress it 20 yards with a pass sort of thing. It's quite a similar role he does. He just keeps the ball more than passing it. But then when he gets in situations, if you've got McAllister further forward, you've got to pass on. It's about positionals. So I've seen Liverpool a lot this season when a Szoboszlai gets the ball, a Gravenberch gets the ball, and the nearest Liverpool player to him is 15 yards away. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we ain't got great progressive passes, but if our positional play is better like it was last season in our midfield, where there was more connections in our midfield between the midfield three, you'll get better progression going forward that way. And I think that's the way he's going to go back to. I really do. I think McAllister will be the one further forward. Szoboszlai and Gravenberch will pivot. Szoboszlai will get more license to do his box-to-box thing. He'll keep Gravenberch more disciplined a little bit more and let McAllister float around in the final third where he's more dangerous. And I think he's going to play Ekitike, Isaac and Salah as his front three. I really do, because it's Ekitike's best attributes is the way he drops deep to link up play. You know, that's his best attributes. He does it for Liverpool season. Look at his goal for France. Look where he picked up the ball. You know, deep in, I think he was just about in his own half, picks it up, runs, marauders forward, plays a 1-2 of Mbappe, scores the goal. That's what his strength is. And that connection could work on the left-hand side. Also, he won't be an out-and-out. He won't give you a lot of width, which might actually help a Robbo or a Kirkes if whoever's playing left back to have actually more space out on that left-hand side to whip in crosses and overlap. So it won't be so congested.
He'll link with them too.
Yeah, so it won't be so congested. Because I love Wirtz, we all do, but right now, I don't know if Slot's got a right plan how to play Wirtz. I think in Slot's mind that Szoboszlai is done and he was going to play Wirtz instead. And Szoboszlai said, hold my beer, I'll show you what a player is. And you can't drop him now. And then Ekitike, Gakpo, Wirtz, and all that like to congest one area of the pitch, you know, with the left back as well. So you've got too much congestion going on there. So I think we might have actually better connections in our midfield because of it and use our left back better because the space that might come up in front of him if our left winger is inverted full, like as an inside left winger, i.e. like Mane used to be for Liverpool, giving that Robbo all that space to evade that final third area. So that's why I'm feeling a bit more positive, and I'm trying to keep that positiveness going till kick-off at 3:00.
My only question, Jamie, though, is if you're saying you're going to put Maka in the 10 and
not a 10, it's like more of an advanced midfielder because I don't honestly.
That's the only position he can play
advanced
now.
playmaker.
Yeah, like he can work back if he needs to, but you know, get McAllister a little bit further forward. I don't need him in that pivot area. Just give him a little bit more license, but not as a direct and out 10, if that makes sense.
So is it 4-3 then, like with him?
Yeah, so 4-3-3. Yeah, it's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, because you got to be honest. I mean, McAllister just don't have his legs. He running in concrete boots. He can't run back and trap back. And you see him, he's literally jogging. He can't keep up with anyone. So he's got to play it forward. He can't be any back because then he's a liability. Yeah. Now you're playing at a disadvantage every single time when a team breaks or go on a counter because he can't keep up.
And to be fair, he was that way last year too. Like in all of our, look at our big games. Like the one that pops to mind most is Emirates away. Like he was getting overrun in that midfield all game. So it's kind of, I think, unfortunately, like I think most of us love like the peak version of McAllister. All of us love, but I think the evolution of the team now going forward with the attackers that we've brought in, I think he's going to be the one that unfortunately probably has to get sacrificed to allow the forward players to do what they have to do. The Wirtz, the Isaks, etc. We're going to need someone back there with Gravenberch that's a bit more physical, can pass the ball.
Like Szoboszlai.
Yeah, like Szoboszlai.
Jack, calm down, man. Bloody hell. It's going crazy in there for some reason.
What happened?
What happened?
Calm down.
Don't worry, but the mods will handle it.
Ideally, the player that would be great for us in that holding 6 would be Baleba from Brighton.
But he's very similar to
Grav.
That's the thing.
Very.
Grav back there, we still wouldn't have a
stronger though.
He's stronger. I think he's definitely stronger than Grav. But
we'll see who we should sign for midfield. He'll be playing against us.
Who?
Elliot Anderson.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
No, I'm not convinced about a lot of.
I'm not convinced about that one either, K-Man, to be honest.
Elliot Anderson is a functional player, but I wouldn't want him to be. He's not a dictator. Is at least we either get a dictator or a proper holding strong man in the midfield.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is Elliot Anderson is neither one of those two. He's a bit in the middle. We don't need a bit in the middle. We need someone.
I don't think Elliot Anderson's any better than Curtis Jones. I don't think
Elliot Anderson suits Liverpool to begin with.
But Curtis Jones is a very good footballer, just not used enough.
Elliot Anderson for me is a sacrificial player. Like he's there to make everyone else look better than they are. Like he's the missing piece to allow everyone else to showcase what they're about. Yeah, so like for England, Declan Rice can do what he can do, and Jude Bellingham or Palmer or one of those two can do what they can do for me.
So that's
I don't-
exactly the
That's,
player we
yeah,
need
that's
then.
exactly what we need. Though.
No,
Oh.
no,
we don't.
because
No, we
we
don't.
because one thing he
Elliot
can't do, he
Anderson
can't
is like
dictate.
Elliot
he can't-
Anderson's peak. Like the best that Elliot Anderson could ever become is another Jordan Henderson. That's his peak.
And plus, the areas that he occupies, it will be the same areas that Grav occupies. So we need someone that has that better passing range, and he doesn't have that. He don't have that. I'm sorry.
To be fair, I don't think we're gonna I don't know. I haven't seen us seriously linked with a 6 in a while. I feel like the way our board is set up, they're not gonna go for a 6 until they see a truly elite 6. Like the last one we went for was who? Caicedo, I guess, or Zubamendi.
My ideal 6 plays for Stuttgart.
Yeah, but
He's an unconventional 6, but him and Gravenberch together works very, very well.
My thing is when I look at the sixes and the sixes in general, I think we either need to go down like the dictator of tempo route or the destroyer route. Signing someone in the middle like Elliot Anderson does nothing. It just doesn't help.
No one a destroyer though, does he? That's the thing.
No, I'm saying like generally, it's either or. Destroyer works and the other guy works. Doing in the middle just doesn't help you at any way, shape, or form.
I think Gravenberch works. It's the system that's the issue. You know, that's the issue. It worked last year. Like everyone was saying, Gravenberch's the best DM in the country last year. Right?
I agree with that.
Remember, Jamie, it worked the first half. Teams adjusted to him. He stopped dropping that.
No, the reason we changed in January onwards because Slot changed his tactics and system a little bit. That's why.
Could you argue that teams have stopped allowing Gravenberch to do that half turn that he loves to do?
They stopped allowing him to do that.
Yeah, but the problem is,
he's my favorite in our team.
If Grav had a supportive player next to him that he could just pass the ball off and run off, then it would be a problem.
Stiller.
Yeah.
Right now, the way our system is, we're advanced of the opposition midfield. So when Grav gets the ball and turns, he's got no option.
There's nobody there.
So
I agree
that's the problem. So if you change the system a little bit and just get someone 5 yards of Grav in connection all the time, Grav can play the ball and then run into the space. Then he's in beyond, and you still got the spare man. That's what our problem in midfield is right now.
And there's no spare man.
That's why the opposition teams, because we got all of our players running so far ahead, they're just hitting long balls over, and now you're at a disadvantage because now then we're leaking goals. There's a reason why we've leaked so many goals this season, and so many goals since the beginning of this year, since January till now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what's really crazy about Liverpool? We've been behind in games more than any other team, apart from I think it's Wolves and West Ham this season. Like we are consistently behind in games, losing. And we've only been ahead in games, I think 14th in the Premier League. Like the numbers are so bad. Like they are so bad. Like what is it? 36 goals in 22 games.
Yeah.
And we're linked to more strikers. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Slot's
lost more games in this whole calendar year than Amram.
Like, what is the plan?
Study that.
We've lost 8 games in 11.
But this is why I always and he's not the main issue, but this is why I always bring up Salah.
And by the way, Nottingham Forest took 4 points off us last season.
You did.
This is why I always bring up Salah, because we have to be real about why we won the league last year. Like Salah had an all-timer season and put the team on his back, and we won. Like tactics aside, everything else aside, Salah won us that league last year. And we brought in all these players, and we gave him a bag, we gave him a new contract, which kind of says, okay, we're expecting you maybe not to hit those heights, but to hit 70, 75% of those heights. And he just can't do it anymore.
But he's still been our top performer, like goals and assists.
He's not. If you watch the game, you guys are into GA. GA is great.
But the argument doesn't really work, because I can understand if Salah's done absolutely nothing.
You got to watch.
It's still our best performer with goals and assists.
Yeah, but goals. Do you think so? You think watching the games that Salah's been our best attacker?
No. I'm just saying the numbers. Single-handedly, I think he's got 6 points in the league.
It hasn't looked good. The chances Salah's. I'm holding Salah even. not even to like the standards of last season, just the standards of the elite winger I know he is. He's missing chances and missing passes that are like, it's beneath him. Like he should be making these plays. Like there's easy moments where like goals change games, whether we like it or not. You can have all these tactics and like when you're analyzing the numbers, you have to understand what's the game state. Are we behind? Are we ahead? Like because you got to remember these players are defending for Salah. Like Zobo is doing the running for Salah and two other guys. So when we get Salah the ball now and he's missing and he's not hitting guys, those guys get tired. They get frustrated. If you've played a sport, you understand that like you play on a team, you have a star player. If someone else, like in generally, there's going to be players that carry the weight of the stuff that star player doesn't want to do. But those players accept doing that because the star player is going to get you the win. They're going to get you over the line. But when that star player is not doing that, human nature, players are going to start dropping their heads and be like,
no, but when you spend over 350 million,
the things that numbers
they haven't
don't
performed
show
as well. Like
you.
they haven't performed, and you can't just be blaming the guy who's been the talisman for a million years.
I'm not
It's a collective, though.
You just spent 350 million, and they're a pile of shit.
What I'm saying is when we're missing these goals change games, when we're missing easy chances,
yeah, they've all missed easy chances. They've all missed easy chances. Isaac's missed easy chances.
He has the most on the team
as well.
He's been the best attacker on the team. Cool, I got it. If that's what you guys believe, then I don't know what to say to you.
But again, the best attacker in the team.
The best attacker's been Chiesa.
He's missing easy chances. He's missing easy chances. Husam himself he's been missing easy chances. I'm not saying he's the only one, but I'm holding Salah to the level of the player that we know he is. Like these are chances that he can be scoring or he can be hitting players that takes the pressure off of those players. And that was my whole thing with Wirtz, where it's like, yo, Salah as the leader of this team, he could have taken that pressure off of Wirtz multiple times by just hitting him, letting this fucking guy get an easy goal. Boom. All this pressure, all this talk on him will be gone. So I'm holding him to the standard of himself, not to any other standard. He is our best player. He is our talisman. And on last week's stream, I made sure I made the point that I actually think the death of Jota is affecting him more than any other player. Because I think
it's affecting everyone.
But I'm saying specifically him. I can see the change in Salah's body language. When things go wrong, when he misses, it's a completely different look on his face and energy. Like he just doesn't look the same. Like, so I think it's affecting him more than any other player on our team. So I'm not getting onto him saying like Jota shouldn't affect you. And I understand why we're in the situation we're in. But if I put that to the side for a second and I just look at Salah, again, the reason I get on him is because it's the same when I was playing sports. Like when you're the best player, like we're looking to you to perform. We're looking to you to do certain things. So if the team's not performing and you're in positions to actually help the team, we do have to look at you. You are getting the most money. All of us have jobs. You work someplace. The person that's getting the most money, when things go well, you'll get the credit. When things go bad, we're going to look at you. It's that simple. So Salah does have to up his level or he has to come out of the team. It's that's simple.
That's what I've been saying. He's not at that level. And he hasn't been for a long time. He's been getting a goal here and there, but he's not playing to Salah's level. And I hold him at a very high level because he's a legend for Liverpool. I want to see him be at that level again. I hate to see Mohamed Salah playing the way he's playing.
I agree.
He's something's clearly affecting him. Jota, there could be a variety of things. I want to see him back to being more passing, great passes, being unselfish, scoring goals, not blasting it over the bar, being clinical with his shots. I want to see all of that from Mo, but you're not seeing it right now. So what sometimes is better for players is take them out the limelight. Take them off.
I
agree. Put somebody else.
I've got one little thing on the Mo situation is that I don't think the way we play also helps someone like Mo Salah. Mo Salah, you need to pass the ball quickly and direct.
Agreed.
That's the way we've always played with Mo Salah, yeah. I don't think the build-up play, how slow it is, 27 passes, then you pass it to Mo, who's got 3 players around him, is actually helping him get in any kind of form anyway, because we know he's not like the best dribbler in the world. I think he's a good dribbler. He's just not the best dribbler in the world. Gives it away quite a bit. But that's because Salah's risking something, which I think we've got to sometimes give him praise for. He's risking trying to win us a game of football. So sometimes he's got to give the ball away instead of just keeping it simple and not, it would be easy for Mo Salah to get 100 touches a game and then just keep passing it 5 yards and he has a 100% pass rate. Or he gets the ball and he tries to take people on to make something happen and gets you further up the field to take risks. So I think you've got to think of that in his game as well. I'm not saying that's always form. He's naturally just out of form. We've never seen it like this because of Mo, because how good he's been. But he's naturally out of form in that. I just wanted to go on about progressive passes quickly before Sam moves on. I was just looking at progressive passes this season, between like Liverpool, City and Arsenal, and the players. Do you know they've all got the same players on progressive passes? Like 3 defenders and 2 midfielders. Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City. In the top 25 progressive passers in the Premier League this season. Van Dijk is number 1, by the way, as you expect, because of the amount of balls he plays. The first highest progressive passer for Arsenal is William Saliba. Then it's Martin Zubimendi. And then it's Gabriel. Then it's Declan Rice, right? And then it's, that's it. Right? And for Liverpool, it's Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai, Virgil, and Konate. They're Liverpool and Arsenal's most progressive passers this season. So what it tells me, we can progressive pass, but because the system is all over the place and we have no connectors, then it's making everything look terrible. This is what I keep saying. Get people.
And that's my thing, Jamie. That's my logic. That's what I used earlier on. I'm like, if we're saying the system is fucked, how are you speaking about individuals?
Yeah,
and Emeka is people need to understand something. Emeka was criticizing Salah anyway last season, and I think this whole we hold them to a high standard is just. I think it's just a reason to criticize the guy.
Can I just give you some stats on this season?
Let me 1 second. Let me ask Emeka a question. Give me one reason why Van Dijk should start. Go ahead.
Because
keep the same energy. Consider the standard. He finished second in Ballon d'Or. Go ahead. Yeah.
The reason he should start is because the alternative to him, there is no alternative to him. Gomez is a better alternative than Gomez isn't a suitable alternative to him to me.
Whereas but Chiesa is a suitable alternative.
Well, based on the way Chiesa has performed when he's played, I would be okay to
based on the way Joe Gomez performed when he's played, he hasn't had a bad game in Liverpool shirt in probably the last 3 years.
Husam.
I haven't seen him have a bad game.
Southampton, he was pretty bad. He was pretty
every time Gomez has played this season,
I wouldn't say he was bad.
Right wing, like this season. He doesn't come on and play right wing.
Joe Gomez is okay this season. What do you mean he hasn't played it? He hasn't.
Joe Gomez has been shit this season.
Come on and play right wing.
He's played 1 game.
Plays up front.
Joe Gomez played 1 game against Southampton. What do you mean?
Gomez has been awful every time he's come in this season.
Oh, that's a bit of a hyper. He hasn't been awful. Southampton when he started.
We're all holding Mo to himself.
Well, basically. Wasn't Joe Gomez the centre-back partner of Van Dijk when we almost won the league?
Mo's played 11 games. 4 goals, 2 assists.
There's a reason why you roll your eyes, because you guys never keep the same energy. That's my thing. Just keep the same energy all the way across. Say drop Van Dijk as well.
But
because Van Dijk has been so shit. Okay, no problem. Play Endo centre back.
So Husam
Chiesa played right wing against
Husam, if we had,
did he play against Southampton?
Husam, if we bought Gehi, I would say yes. We should drop
Gehi
because we have a suitable replacement.
I promise you, if you had Gehi, you would say drop
the winner from the left.
You would not say drop.
When Ngoma came off.
Oh yeah, I agree. Because Konate.
But then that's my point. We cannot drop 10 outfield players.
No, but Husam, my point is
we cannot go like Szoboszlai and 9 bench players, and that's it.
But that's our weakest position.
The only player currently in this team. Okay, I'll make the statement and disagree with me all you want. The only player in this team that has to start based on performances is Szoboszlai. Name one player in the whole team that can start based on performances other than Szoboszlai.
None.
So
Alisson.
You're right.
Hey, we're talking about Ram. You make me lose my mind sometimes. You want to talk about the fucking goalkeeper because it's not an argument. Outfield, I said. So outfield players. Name one other than Szoboszlai that has to start based on performances.
Would you argue Robbo?
Cody?
Ekitike is a possibility.
If we go off performances,
scored in 7 games.
No, but Husam, if we go off performances, then Kirk shouldn't be seeing pitch. It should be Robbo.
Okay, no problem. Robbo, great. Name another player.
Cody.
No.
No way.
He's just probably performed the best of all
He's
of our.
probably one of our best performers.
Why? Because of GA? Not for me.
He's only missed 2 big chances
You
this
see
season.
how Barnes, same energy, Emeka, different energy? See,
He only missed
I
2 big
respect
chances
it.
this season.
Why? Because of GA? He said it for Salah.
How many overlap passing has he missed? Okay, man.
His performance. Not even
He's got 3 goals and 2 assists in 11
But
games.
how many overlap passing has he missed this season?
Slot
I
himself.
mean, answer the question.
Nah, it was clear against Everton when my man was just jumping around like a petulant child, being like, "Why aren't you passing to me?" And that was when I saw that, I was like, "Yo."
So let's establish this. So the ones that deserve to start based on performances are Szoboszlai and Robertson. Yay, great. So let's
Yo,
just
big up
guys.
Robert, big
So
up
this is
Robert.
what I suggest
We're
we do
screwed.
tomorrow. This is what I suggest to do tomorrow using Emeka logic. Let's use Emeka logic tomorrow. Who should start? Drop. But right back is no one is fit anyway. So play Szoboszlai right back. And then drop Konate and Van Dijk because they both don't deserve to start based on performances. So let's start Endo center back and Gomez next to him. Let's drop McAllister and Gravenberg because they don't deserve to play. So let's start Curtis Jones and Trey Ione. Wirtz is injured anyway. Who should we start in the 10? Recall back Harvey Elliott from now until tomorrow. Who should we start right wing? Chiesa. Ekitike hasn't scored in 7 games and Isak's been crap. Find a random striker. Who's that young kid?
Jaden Dance.
He injured
Jaden
too.
Dance. Jaden Dance up top. Who
Is
should
he
we go
injured?
left wing with? Rio Gomoa. So this is Emeka lineup. Allison, Szoboszlai, Gomez, Endo, Robertson. You get me? Curtis Jones, Ione, Harvey Elliott, who we recall from loan by the time the game happens tomorrow. Right wing Chiesa, left wing Rio, up top Jaden Dance.
Yeah,
Full time score:
Husam,
Forest 3, Liverpool 0.
Husam, you're going to the
Great.
extremes now. Like you're going to the extremes now. Like
I love when someone keeps the same energy.
What
Don't
energy?
tell me
You're taking it to
because
a
you
head
high
degree, bro.
expectations. So I went to the player that we have high expectations on, Van Dijk, and he's like,
Oh, there's no
you don't have a
replacement
single
for him.
replacement.
Didn't we go 36 minutes without conceding a goal against Palace with that back
Sam,
four?
there is no
Where we had
replacement.
There you go.
3 wing backs.
How many
You said
center backs?
36 minutes came off.
Was it 36 minutes?
Hey, that's a lot of minutes for us, Barnes.
Wait, Husam,
That's 36 minutes too many.
Husam, we don't have a backup.
Listen,
for DB.
as per Jamie's comment, right? Here's how it makes you make thing better. Stop molasting the flipping ball. Move it. Simple.
Yo, baby,
This is the point I want- this is the
you
final
have to say that
point.
again because I heard something different. I was like, yo, that's a
Husam,
bit
this is
mad.
this is my final
Stop
point.
molasting the ball.
Molesting,
okay.
not molesting. man.
Jeez,
Yeah, no,
Ram, where your head at?
I would say molesting, but
Husam,
but Barnes is more he's more educated than me.
I was gonna say PG.
He also probably doesn't want to get
This is
banned.
the final point I want to make on Salah. I won't bring him up again on this stream. I will be proven right when AFCON comes this year. I'm just going to leave it at that. You're going to see the team
Yeah,
perform.
but
better.
I think he will be proven right for a different reason.
I'm gonna be
Because
proven
we're
right.
going to change
All
the
I
way
wanna
we
say-
play.
We're
That's
going to
it.
defend
Go on
better.
then.
Well, that's because we'll have Semenyo there.
Yeah, that's because we'll have, number one, if we have Semenyo there, your point is null and void.
No, he
The
leaves
second
in
thing is-
December. Before Semenyo.
Okay, let's say we don't sign Semenyo. Let's say we don't sign Semenyo.
Yeah.
Slot will go with Isak and Ekitike up top, so we look good anyway by definition.
Yeah, but that's okay. So that's what we should do now. We should
But
do it.
that's changing the system, though. It's
We
not,
should
not
do it now.
taking
That's
out the
changing
player.
the
You're changing the
No,
system.
Emeka, unless I don't know if you've been watching Liverpool Football Club, but unfortunately, Alex has been injured for fucking 4
Well,
weeks.
yeah. But I'm saying he's healthy now. He's healthy now.
Which Salah
Well,
score a
But
hat
I
trick
don't
tomorrow.
think he can start yet.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This Salah just comes in and scores a hat trick.
You know semantic?
He came off the bench for Sweden. So
First
I
time
don't
next
think
week will
he's
be
first.
cooking Emeka being like, you what this Salah?
Oh, you
at?"
guys don't understand with Emeka. Emeka's in my chat during the watch-alongs as well. Every miss pass, this guy's in the chat going like, talk about Salah.
No, I'm not.
It's
You know what?
impossible. This guy, he's crazy. Like, and you know the chance miss that he's talking about? When we were 3-0 down away at Man City, when Salah missed that chance in the 84th minute. Okay, guys, Salah scores. It's
I
3-1
never
now.
brought that
Yay.
up.
Fantastic. Instead of losing 3-0, we lost 3-1.
Yeah, but Emeka,
Bro,
if you're
my point is, we go into games, we concede 3 goals, we get abused defensively, and our midfield gets dog walked, and everyone's like, let's speak about the right winger. But why? Like I'm just. By the way, my logic is consistent for every fucking player. Like even Kirkaz, who has been getting abused by this fan base. I just think exactly what Barnes said an hour ago. Just play Kirkaz left back. Let the fucker overlap, and he would look good. It's very simple. Let Kirkaz overlap. That's it. Why are we underlapping Kirkaz, playing him left centre back? You should never sign a player like that and basically make him third centre back. It's crazy to me. So that's why I feel like we're asking every player to do stuff that they're uncomfortable with. Salah against Man City was the outlet for the team. We're asking Salah to be Maradona. Okay, Salah, get the ball, yalla, dribble 4 players and create something. But that's not who he is, though. He's like the best dribbling version I've seen of Mo was probably the first 6 months of the quadruple charge season, or 17-18.
Yeah.
He hasn't done this dribbling shit. Like he doesn't do this dribbling shit anymore. He's a creative player and a goal scorer. Very simple. I create chances for this team and I score goals. That's his role in this team. He ain't like dribbler or anything. The reason why I use the Van Dijk example is because Emeka's logic is I hold him to a different standard. Okay, we hold Van Dijk to a different standard. He gave a penalty away at Brentford. We conceded 3 goals away at Brentford, and he actually was shitter than Konate, who gets another scapegoat by this fan base. You go to the City game once again. We conceded 3 goals. Emeka, when it was 1-0, it was still game on. At least we had a bit of belief. Who put up a stinky leg for the goal that Nico Gonzalez scored? Oh, Van Dijk. Okay, I hold him to a high standard.
Deflected. Yeah,
I hold Van Dijk to a high standard. Drop him now.
But Husam, I've always mentioned that VVD's having a shit season. My main point continues to be we don't have a suitable replacement. Chiesa has come in and played well. I think he could come in and play well on the right wing. That's my point.
In transition,
the booty shake against Chelsea. Remember that?
We're not going to look better if we take off VVD and put in Gomez.
Virgil's got to look himself in the mirror as well and hold himself accountable.
When Gomez has played, he's looked worse than VVD has looked when VVD has looked bad.
The aura defending from Virgil is just not cutting it. Go to the ground, tackle a person.
At the moment, his aura smells like shit.
But I agree with Husam.
You know, Barnes, I respect what you're saying because at least Barnes keep the same energy throughout. Same energy. Don't come here telling me, oh my God, Salah standard. Van Dijk almost won a Ballon d'Or against fucking Lionel Andres Messi, bro, the GOAT of this sport. He almost beat him by 1 vote to a Ballon d'Or, and you're talking about standards. This guy has been in the World 11 like 4 out of the last 5 years, and we're talking about standards.
But he is Virgil's vote that won Messi.
The stream after the United game, I was one of the only people on the panel that came out, and I was on VVD for when he was yelling at Kirkaz when he kicked the ball in his face. I said he's not leading the team the right way. I said he's throwing his hands around, getting pissed when he's the one defending like a fucking bozo. So
my thing is, Emeka, everyone speaks of Chiesa, bro. I sing the Italian national anthem. I celebrated the fuck out of the Chiesa signing. I have backed Chiesa like crazy. But I think Chiesa and Gomez are of equal level. Bench players. So don't tell me Chiesa is the Salah replacement because I will flip it on you. See, I'm like debating is my forte. I've been debating football for 20 years. Even during uni, when I was doing chemical engineering, I was at my university debating about football the whole time. So if you believe that Chiesa is an adequate replacement for Salah right now, if come summertime the club decide to not sign a right winger because Chiesa is the starting right winger next season, would you be happy with that?
No, and I'll tell you why.
Why? He's an adequate player. He's very good. Give him a chance.
Everyone on the panel.
That's a straw man.
Everyone on the panel can attest to this. When I first brought up Salah, my first point was at his age, I don't think an extreme example, bro. Come on. I don't think he can play 90 minutes 3 times a week. So I'm not saying I would agree with that. I'm not saying Chiesa should replace Salah. I'm saying if Salah needs to come off at the 60th minute so that he can actually run a bit more, defend a bit more, but he can't do it for 90, he can do it for 60, then at the 60th minute, come off the pitch. And we'll put in Chiesa to play the last 30 minutes so that the balance of the team can remain. But we can't defend properly when we have 0 pressers in the front line. Last season we had Jota, last season we had Diaz, and last season we had Zobo doing that work for him.
Nunes too. Don't disrespect him
anymore. So we're caught in between 2 teams. We're caught in between last year's team and the team that the sporting directors are trying to take us into. We don't
I
have.
think also our defensive
I'd
transition.
rather Ram play up top.
What the hell, bro? Why stop?
my point.
Why are you mentioning?
Let me ask. No, because you said Strawman when it wasn't. So, Emeka, simple question. So, once again, you've made this about you just because you're so insistent on being wrong and strong with this whole system thing.
Yeah, I'll be
So,
proven
explain
right.
to me why is it in the games that we won this season, Salah was one of the better performers on the pitch. Everton, Atletico, Villa, Madrid.
Give me a game as an example.
I just gave you 4: Everton, Atletico, Real Madrid, Aston Villa.
Well, if I go with Real Madrid and I look at and Villa too, Salah was defending.
Are we Arsenal fans now? Martinelli is the best defensive winger in the world.
It's because we're playing a mid-block.
Well, the balance is off.
But it's also our defensive, our balance of
understand.
But our balance of offensive and defensive transition was good.
Oh, keyword there, balance of the team. So is Ram saying that when the team is balanced, Mo actually looks good?
You know what's funny?
No, but you can also say you could play if you play a certain structure that doesn't have Mo in the team, but you can still achieve balance through that.
You know what?
Okay,
if you're playing a dime.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to the dentist?
Yes.
Okay, I've also been to the dentist. You don't know what I hate? I hate lazy fucking dentists. That's what I hate. There's no one I hate more than lazy dentists. When you go to them, you know you have a root canal problem, and the guy starts to do random holes in here and go like, yeah, we just have to fill it in with blah, blah, blah. You know that you need your root canal removed. The root of the causes at Liverpool Football Club right now is Baldy and his system and his style. If Baldy fixes his system and his style and Salah still plays like shit, I'll be the first one to say sell him. I am not afraid of saying to sell players. I said sell Mane. I said sell Firmino. I said sell Henderson. I said sell Fabinho. Liverpool legends. And I've said, guys, it's time to move them on. If we fix the system and the style, if we fix the structure and Mo still looks like crap, I'll be the first one to say sell him. No problem.
But that's the thing, Mo. That's the thing, Mo. That's the thing, Husam. If you're
is it a color thing?
No, you mentioned both.
You just call me Mo.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You see me ever call you Rax, you fraud? Look at this guy. This guy just called me Mo.
Don't do that. You just said Mo Salah. You just said Mo Salah, bro.
So can I respond?
You're using your analogy, right? Sorry, give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Using your analogy, yeah. When you say, "Oh, we're doing a root canal," so if you're putting in the painkiller to numb the patient and it's not working, but you use a completely different one, and obviously you're going to use a different one to make sure it's sanitized. If we have a system where balance-wise is everything's okay, offensive transition is great, defensive transition is great, but our structure is completely different, and that's why we're so good in terms of our balance throughout the entire team, and Salah can't play in it, then we have to admit that Salah isn't good to play in the team. Why can't we have that sort of argument?
Can I respond?
That's actually a straw man, but go ahead, Amek.
How is that straw man? Because it's a possibility, bro.
You did exactly what Don did on the whole terrace.
No, don't you dare, Husam. Don't you dare. You don't want to answer the question, bro.
You just straw man the fuck out of this argument.
No, I didn't, bro. No, I didn't.
So
you just don't want to answer the question.
See, I'm calm because I'm the same thing. Like me and Husam, when we met, it was the exact same scenario. Me and him were arguing, yelling, and I was telling him last season, the only one in the fan base, listen, we are not losing this title to Arsenal. Me and him went back and forth, and I said, you know what? I threw my hands up and I said, Husam, I'm going to be proven right. You'll see it yourself. So I'm telling you the same thing with this Salah thing. When AFCON comes, I'll be proven right. I can't explain. I don't want to get into the tacticals and tell you how they're going to adjust. I know when that player is not in the team and we can actually defend with 11 men, we're going to look more balanced. I don't know if we'll score more, etc. I know a lot of the defensive structural issues are not going to be the same when Salah's not in the team. So I'll be back on the stream after December 15th or whatever, and we'll have the same conversation. With Salah, my point is I feel like we're caught in between two teams. People that are slot out want slot to make tactical changes that with the personnel we have aren't exactly easy to make, which is why I think we're going for Semenyo, because they're like, if we're going to play Salah up there, we actually Gakpo doesn't press, Ekitike doesn't really press, Isak doesn't really press. We need another winger up there that's actually going to put some pressure on that back line with Zobo and whoever else we have pressing with with Wirtz as well, so that Salah can actually play
That's
in
why
this
I did
team.
agree.
Because with our current personnel, we can't defend for Salah anymore. We don't have Diaz. We don't have Jota.
But
We brought in
Semenyo,
£100 million midfielder in Wirtz, who basically to accommodate for Salah now, that guy can't play. We have to put Zobo there, or we have to put Wirtz on the left. My point is only that when I bring up Salah, all I'm asking him for, I'm not saying for him to fucking be our main presser. I don't expect him to press like that. But if he's not going to do that, and other players are going to carry that burden for him, then when we get him in a position to score or assist, then I expect him 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, whatever, by his standard, I expect him to deliver that, to take pressure off of the team. And if he's not doing that, then I don't think he needs to be in the team. And it's that simple for me.
but
I will-
Semenyo coming in doesn't guarantee he plays on the right though. Because one thing that I've always liked about
I said on the
players-
left, I said Semenyo would play on the left. So it would be Semenyo on the left, a striker,
Oh,
and
great.
Salah.
More left players, more left-sided
Okay,
players.
guys,
We're
Barnes
not-
has
we're
to
not-
go. Big
we're
up,
not
Barnes.
letting
Thank you
that
for
on the
joining
clock.
us. Subscribe to
Yeah,
Big
Barnes,
I gotta push out.
Yeah, man.
Nice meeting you.
Look at that, Barnes.
Sam, appreciate the invite.
Big up.
We'll
big
do
up.
it again.
Always welcome. 100%.
Yeah,
Big
but-
up, big up.
Cement,
Just
one
quickly,
thing,
because when I was speaking, I used to like, by that logic, McAllister should play every game. Yes, because when we fixed the structure against Villa and Madrid, McAllister was out there looking like fucking Andrea Pirlo in midfield. Because
When
I'm
he-
not asking McAllister to do shit that
Easy,
he's not
easy.
comfortable with.
When we got connections, it's all about connections, yeah. Liverpool don't have no connections right now. Liverpool look at their best when they play a bit mid-block counter-attacking style. That's when Liverpool look at their best. Always have done, always will do.
Yeah, we always have.
Right now, we don't play any block. Do you know what I mean? And it's just 8 players versus 8 players and 2 men back, and that's the way he plays at the moment.
Why
So
do you
we've
think
got
that is, Jamie?
no
Why do you
connections.
think that is? Why do you think that is?
He did it last season as well. That's why we started losing games on January, February time. He changed the system.
That 4-2-4, that
Yeah,
pass.
he changed the system. And even with the players that we had there at the time, like the 2 players, particularly in Trent and Diaz, that are not there no more, he still changed the system. So he wants to play this system. This is how he wants to play. Yeah, it's I don't think it's a system that works in the Premier League. Here's the thing I think has happened. The Premier League overnight has gone a different direction the way it's played now. And Slot's not caught up with it yet. You know, even Pep's designed Man City differently now. They're a more direct side now. Look how many touches Haaland gets in games now. It's more direct. Look at the more physical players he's buying now. You know, so the little techie players they used to, because the league is changed. And the league is very much like a professional Sunday league at the moment. It's long balls, low blocks, set pieces, long throws. It's very old school English football right now. And Liverpool were going in that direction, and the Premier League went in that direction. That's why Arsenal have adapted so well, because they play that style, you know, to this league. And Man City are playing well now because Pep's adapted his style to suit the league that he's playing in again, to that more physical, direct style. And Liverpool are playing a different kind of football that's not suited to this league. That's why when we play that mid-block, you know, counter-attacking style, it suits what we want to do in this league because it sets us up better against Premier League opposition. But now when you play 8 versus 8 in this 4-2-4 formation, because the opposition are just playing low blocks, long balls, it's so much easier to get at Liverpool and counter them consistently. So that's why it's got to be a change thing. And I keep saying it's just about connections. And, you know, if they can get the connections back and sort the system out a bit and just go to that flat 4-3-3, get that 3 across the middle, get your fullbacks a bit wider and a bit higher up at times, you'll have more connections because you'll always have a spare man about. Liverpool have no spare men at the moment, and they're trying to keep the ball in the final third without a spare man there. So it's very difficult, and that's why you know, Isak barely gets hold of the ball. Ekitike has to come deep to get the ball. You know, Salah struggling, Gakpo struggling. It's all a bit of a mess right now.
Okay, let me just before I do the supers and let me just get you guys predictions for tomorrow. Score prediction.
4-0 Liverpool. We're back. We're back.
I have 2-0.
I think we'll win. Comfortably.
Go on, Rax. Your prediction.
Racked you, mate.
Yeah, because you called me Mo.
Oh, no,
Bro, you kept saying Mo Salah the entire time.
I don't even look like Mo, not one bit, bro.
Wow.
I don't.
Look,
Anyway.
I think also one thing you guys forgot to talk about, and I think it will be a massive boost, be an underrated boost as well, is Ali's back. I think it'll give a massive boost to the rest of the team when Alisson does come, if Alisson's playing tomorrow, and I think he will play tomorrow. I'm going to go for 2-0. I'm going to go for 2-0.
It's a good shout, really, but yeah, because maybe they realise this goalkeeper can play with his right foot and not the other goalkeeper, which is just.
And he's also the best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah, I feel for Mohamed Ashley because I don't think he's done a thing wrong, but
no.
Yeah, big up Danny in the chat saying I always say this, Jay. I've got to be right eventually. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to keep saying it till I'm right.
Yeah, one time. Yeah.
I think Liverpool. I'm just hoping this. The fixtures we got in the Premier League, especially now to about the 8th of January, are so favourable. Mm-hmm. Old Liverpool last season, I go 15, 18 points here, tidy up, clean up here. Liverpool need it. Liverpool can't afford to lose. Liverpool don't draw games, by the way, anywhere. I don't know if you noticed that. We either win or lose. Yeah. And that is the weirdest thing, because if we win on, say everything goes our way, we win on Saturday, Arsenal City lose, all right? We're 5 points behind, but we've lost 5 games this season. It's because we haven't drawn games.
We jump up to third.
The draws are what kill you. So, I think, let's get the win against Forest, man, and then let's see how we do after that.
Yeah.
My prediction is 3 or 4-0. I think we're gonna slap the fuck out of them.
Big out.
They're not on our level.
Come on.
I've been the positive hope in this Liverpool fan base. Thank God, at least positive Jamie is here, and Ram, not Rax, is here. You get me? So big up. And Emeka, the Salah haters here.
Yeah, I see Rax turning a little bit the other day. What was that about?
Yeah. Oh, you should have seen the stream yesterday. Oh, you should have. It was a misery fest right there. Forget Rax. Yeah. They made Fozzy turn. Fozzy said stop out on my stream yesterday.
If we gave up tomorrow,
Fozzy abandoned.
He broke.
I'm going to have to watch it later.
Basically, 4 slot hours versus 1 slot in it.
And then he switched midstream. You get me? So big up to all of you guys locked in. I just want to say, Emeka, if Salah gets like 2 GA and we win tomorrow's game, I'm gonna ruin your life. I'm telling you right now. Anyway,
I'll love it if he does that.
Same. I'd love it even more. Trust me. Big up to Albert, and to be honest, big up to everyone who supported us across this international break as well, because this international break has been the fucking most jarring one. I know Jamie will agree with me. Ram probably. It's just been fucking shit. Specifically from content perspective, like fuck all news, nothing's happening.
Have you noticed how quiet YouTube's been as well? It has been dead. It has been dead.
YouTube's been messing around as well, bro.
A part of me wants to do all 3 games tomorrow just to make up for how ass this international.
Just to feel good about yourself again.
You have to feel good about this channel. I'm like, yo,
this international break has been. It's felt the longest out of all the international.
Yeah, it felt the longest. Yeah, it did. I don't know why as well. We ended on a defeat.
That's why.
Which made it 100 times worse.
Now, to be fair to Chills, it wasn't boring for the Scottish people.
No, big up the Scots, by the way. That game was amazing. I will say that. Scotland Denmark was great.
Scott McTominay, aka Scott Maradona, right now. He's a
good footballer, McTominay. He's a good footballer.
Alex Ferguson said it.
He scored.
Yeah, bro. Technique.
What the fuck?
He got player of the year. He got player of the year in Italy.
Fergie told us. Fergie told us he was a very good footballer. He was not happy that they let him go.
Yeah. He'd walk in Man United's midfield right now.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Your mic's gone out.
Your mic is moving mad again.
And legendary, man. Thank you guys so much. Big up to Albert, who says, Husam, Niger don't carry last. Ghana Jollof still. Bro, even if Nigeria didn't make it to the World Cup, Ghana didn't make it to AFCON, Albert. And I've never had Ghanaian jollof, but the ones who have had it have told me that it's quite dry. So
yeah, it doesn't touch the Niger jollof.
I prefer. I haven't had both of them, so I can't.
Apparently,
I only eat egg and chips, so I don't know.
Apparently, Senegalese jollof is the best one. So. Don, fuck the negativity. Slot in 4-0 at home. Go on, man.
Yeah, let's go, Mantis. Come on, let's go.
Mantis.
Man. Run it, bro. Let's get some positivity going. playing Jones versus Doi is a recipe for disaster. I agree, which is why
that's a lot.
Sobo tried to back with a bit of athleticism. You get me? It's just.
I've
That's
known
what
the
I
first got 8 injuries.
Hey.
They have, but there's not the players that we need injured. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think I can't remember.
Did you say players that we need injured, bro? We are fucked as an institution.
We shouldn't need them injured, to be fair. This is the thing. We shouldn't need
But
them
you know what I mean. I'm talking about Dan and Doy and Callum.
Players
Hudson-Odoi,
we
those
need
guys.
injured.
That's what I meant. As in those wingers that are fast, tricky, and annoying to play against. That's what I meant.
You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
Players we need injured. Wrap the club up, man. Big up to Andrew who says, never understood why we sold Morton, clears Jones. Yeah, but Andrew, here's my thing though. If a youngster as talented as Rio Gomoa, while Gakpo look like ass, has not played, do you legitimately believe Morton would have gotten minutes? What are you doing?
No, man.
Morton would have never gotten minutes under Arne Slot. I will be so real with you. Even as a slot inner, pro slot, he ain't gonna get minutes.
You know he's fit again now, don't you?
By Chetic.
Yeah.
He's not fit.
Pathetic.
I thought he's injured again. Well, he's not fit enough.
Well,
He's
he's
come-
I said he's going to get center back minutes. Remember, I said it.
Lord have mercy on my soul.
Lord have mercy. Big up to Ed who says, let's just line up the academy kids. None of our starters are playing good enough. Yeah, Ed, I had to go extreme example to Emeka just to prove the point. Like, bro, you cannot just drop anyone in bad form and the whole team is in bad form. Like, just listen.
I'll be proven.
I hope Slot fixes that. Yeah, but if you're proven right because we signed Semenyo, you're not really proven
No, I
right.
said before Semenyo, I'll be proven right. Before we get Semenyo, I'll be
Yeah,
proven
but if we play 4-1-2-1-2, you're also not proven right because that's the formation that all of us want to play.
Yeah, but can you play that with Salah? 4-1-2?
No, you can't.
Yeah, so
No,
then,
you can't unless you play him up top.
Yeah,
You
but
can,
I don't think you would. I don't think you would.
You can play him up top, to be fair.
Him and Ekatike works.
Yeah, him and Ektike, him and Alex, it works.
You could, yeah. I guess.
Mo misses the long ball crosses by Trent. I'll be honest with you. I think this Mo Trent, we miss Trent generally, but the ones that were benefiting from Trent diagonals was actually the left winger, not Mo.
Yeah, it wasn't
The other
Mo.
way around,
Odie.
playing diagonal like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
It was the striker on the left
The
side.
striker
more
as
than
well.
it
The
was Salah,
striker,
yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
runs in behind. Yeah.
Yep. Nunes just missed all the diagonals. Big up to Tampa Line who says, slap the like people and subscribe to the channel. Lads, channel's in the description. Tomorrow we win. And still there will be mourners. Remember, Busy loves company. Hey, listen, here's the thing, Tampa Line. I'm glad you said that because, look, part of my role as well in the Liverpool community is to try to help as many people grow as possible. And, you know, big up to Fuzzy because he's messaged me and told me about this before. He keeps saying, like, Husam, when you grow, you know, and you can help us grow, and this is what it's all about. I think, you know, this content thing on YouTube has become toxic as fuck recently. Maybe one day I'll speak about it and have like a whole, you know, separate show for it. But it's become this whole, you know, 10 years ago type shit. It's just call out culture and everyone cussing out everyone, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just not involved. I try to be behind the scenes, try to get people to come together, try to be the peacemaker. Sometimes it doesn't happen. But regardless, for me, I can only be myself. I refuse to get involved in these activities. I just want to help as many people grow as possible. The Ram stand is in the description. He's actually being serious about putting up content, which I'm proud of him for. But there's no reason to be playing games at midnight. You get me better off doing a Liverpool stream, Ram, but we'll speak about that some other day. Liverpool Chats TV is in the description. Go subscribe to KMAC channel. We're going to redirect you to the KMAC channel as well from now. Fozzy's channel is in the description. Famzone TV is in the description. Beige and Reds TV is in the description. All these guys, man, contributors to this channel. Even Kwasi Ball TV. He was only on the show once. Still go give him a subscribe. Like, these are all part of the Liverpool community that we have to come together and try to help as many people as possible. And I think it's important to give back to the people who have given us back their time. So please go give every single one of these guys a subscription as well. Big up to you. Big up my man Tyler, man. Dubs in the chat for Tyler for dropping in the 80 piece. Big up Tyler, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Tyler felt the toxicity so bad he took time off. That's how bad this shit has been, like, bro, for this whole international break as well. So appreciate you, Tyler. Thanks so much for the support, my brother. Always. Quick story. Tyler Jones been a subscriber for 4 motherfucking years. Tyler Jones was less than 300 subscribed.
That's when you started, right?
No, yeah. Literally 4 years ago.
2021. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on my channel when I had less than 300 subs, bro. He was in my comment section. I even remember his old name on the platform too. Hopefully we win. Hope this undo the Husam jinx. Bro, I'll be honest with you, Tyler. This season there is no jinx. I tried everything. The cream shirt, the green shirt, the red shirt, the Brazil shirt. I'm trying all my can, bro. Like, what do you want me to do for tomorrow's watch along? Turn up with a fucking blue suit to reverse jinx it? I don't know what the solution is. There is no solution. Fucking football club. You know, we won 2 games in a row, guys. Villa Madrid, cream shirt. Guy was in the chat going like, no matter what, do not wash that shirt and wear it for Man City. I did not wash it. I wore it for Man City. 3-0. I'm trying, but there is nothing I can do, guys. There is nothing.
Terry, man. Honestly, it's Terry. Terry's jinx is strong. I'm telling you, Terry Fluids' jinx is strong as. Whenever he predicts Liverpool to win, we end up losing. I swear. On my life, it happens. Fairs.
Jenny, Habibti, I cannot look at the 19th team in the league coming to Anfield and go like we'll lose. What the fuck is this, bro? Come on. Like, we're bad, but we ain't that bad. Jenny, let us breathe. Like, they're fucking 19th. I have to predict a win. Anyway, speaking of, go give Liverpool Chats TV a subscription. The Ram Stand. Emeka doesn't have a channel yet. We're working on that, but all the links are in the description. We're also going to be redirecting you to the K-Mac channel. He's live right now, aka the man with the false stats across YouTube. But we're going to redirect to the K-Mac channel right now. Always check the stats. Always. Jamie learned the hard way. Whenever K-Mac gives you stats, double check.
You have to recheck it. Yeah.
100%. Anyway, love you all and see you guys over on K-Mac's channel, man. Go tell him Husam raid. Peace out.